Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching. So Sephora savings event starts on Friday. And I wanted to give you a little time to think about it, to plan, to make sure you don't overspend. I have some suggestions. I'm going to share some of the things I'm kind of looking forward to picking up, and just some friendly reminders to not like go haywire during the sale, because I've been there, I've done that, and I've regretted it. First access is for people who are VIB Rouge. I've always tried not to maintain my Rouge status, but especially the more I'm getting for my YouTube channel, the easier it is to do every year. But you're getting 20% off, and it starts on Friday. And if you are either a VIB or an insider, you get either 15% or 10% off, and it starts on Tuesday, the 31st, on Halloween. So just to give you some time to think about, to process, to make a list. And here's where I want you to not just make a list and then start thinking, okay, what am I actually going to use? And cross off things like make your dream list or fill your dream wish list on the Sephora app, and then delete, like, no, I've got something like you. I really don't use stuff like this all the time. This is just exciting because it's holiday, or because I've been kind of lusting after this for a while. But I think that if you've really been looking at it for a long time, you might have already picked it up during a previous sale. Here's another thing that I want to remind you of. During the entire sale, Sephora products are 30% off. If they're a less expensive but still high quality product, if there's one that you like or one that you're curious to try, remember that the Sephora collection is 30% off during the entirety of the sale. And then this is a perfect time to pick up on the things you go through regularly. If there's a specific skincare item that you always get it during the sale. Don't pay full price if you don't have to. Save yourself some money. Hair care, fragrance, and sometimes the special sets they have during holidays for fragrance. And this is the one time I feel like holiday sets make sense. I love Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb, and I try and get like my one giant purchase of Flower Bomb in during the holidays, because the value sets means it comes with a little travel size and with the purse spray, all for the same price as the one bottle itself. So try and maximize your spending that way on top of the 20% off. The other thing I want you to keep in mind is that although there are a ton of holiday sets, you're going to want to check price per ounce. Sometimes it's more convenient for me to pay a little bit more and to have exactly what I need in the delivery method that works for me. But a lot of times I don't want two tiny Charlotte Tilbury, setting sprays when I get a big one like this, and it's a little bit less expensive, unless you need one in your purse, one at your desk at work. Do you see what I'm saying? So start thinking about how the holiday sets and bundles, maybe it's less product but more color options, and that's what you want. Maybe it is I'm never going to get through a full cream blush because I never will. Then get the rare set of the 4 minis. Just things to keep in mind before you get purchasing. But let me make some recommendations. Now, I am making these recommendations of some of the products that work best for me, for my 48-year-old combination skin that tends to lean a little bit oily in summertime and a little bit dry in wintertime. And I definitely have lines and texture underneath my eyes, as well as right here in my forehead. I am dealing with crow's feet. I deal with texture on my face. I try really hard to maintain my skin through skincare and SPF, which you should do. But then I'm looking at what products are going to work really well with the current skin situation that I have going on. So if we're talking makeup, one of the easiest products for me to wear, and I'm wearing it today, is this. I love the Minimalist from Merit. This is their not a foundation, not a concealer stick. And I like it so much I actually have 2 shades of it. I don't know. I prefer the lightest shade in here. It's called Bone. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a really good skin match. I scribbled this all over. I didn't even wear concealer or corrector today. I just put this underneath the eye. And then I blended it out with the, very dirty, please forgive it, the Merit #1 brush. So I love this brush. Mine needs to be washed. It's so gooey right now. Doing that tonight. But this is a beautiful, lightweight, easy to wear, like hardly any effort to blend, but you get coverage and it's not drying. And this is one of those that I don't have to set if I don't want to. Wait, what? Okay, so if you have remarkably dry skin, this might not work for you because it has a little bit of its own self-setting situation. But as somebody who has combo skin, the fact that I can put this under my eyes, like, wait, what? Love that. Another one that I love, if you love a stick foundation, this one from Bosma has impressed me so much. I am wearing the shade number 38. This is the second lightest shade, I believe. And it's another really good skin match for me. When this is blended in, I take a dense brush. I have done it with my fingers before, but like it almost like completely, where is it? Where did it go? So easy. Medium coverage for both of these, which I love. If you want something a little bit lighter, I discovered this at the beginning of this year. I did a video, I'll link it for you here and the description box down below, but the Givenchy Skincare Glowing. Oh my goodness. This I have in the shade N95, which I like. It's a little on the thicker side, and I know I'm not gonna need that much for a swatch. It's right here. And if I were to continue to like blend it out, it gives the most beautiful luminous medium coverage that does not emphasize my facial expression lines. It doesn't settle in an awkward and weird way if I set it. I really like this because it makes my skin look like skin. If you're looking for something that's gonna make you look like a slightly improved version of yourself while not giving you like the full porcelain doll mask-like coverage that some really high coverage foundations can give, this one from Givenchy is really nice. Another one that I like, now remember, combo girl, come wintertime, I tend to be a little bit dry, and this is so good for the cooler months. It's from Estee Lauder, and this is their Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup. I wear the shade 1N0. This is their, I think, their lightest shade in this formula, and it's so pretty. I feel like it's just a hair darker than I need it to be, but again, it's very moisturizing. It's so, so pretty on the skin. This is one that gives me the look of, you know, like during the day in the wintertime, if I don't wear the right foundation, if I wear a matte foundation, I start to look dry. If I wear this, because it is a moisturizing foundation, I do not have that problem of midday looking dry in certain areas and my makeup starts to look a little crusty and dusty. This one's beautiful. Those are my favorite foundations. If you're looking for a concealer, oh my goodness. Hello. I really like this new concealer from Tower 28. This is their serum concealer. I have the second lightest shade in BU, and there are times that I'll put this on and I will not actually put any foundation on. I'll just put this on and I'll just show you, like, you get medium coverage, but look how glowy and radiant it is. And I'm able, since the skin color match is so good, I just put it on where I need it, like hyperpigmentation, dark circles, redness, and I quickly blend and buff, and I don't put it everywhere and I don't have it everywhere, but it evens out those trouble spots enough because it does have some coverage to it, but it looks so pretty on the skin. Oh my goodness. Here's another one that is great if you have mature skin. This is the Skin Caring from Givenchy. This came out earlier this year. I love it. I feel like I need a slightly darker shade. This is one that I also can use as like just to color correct where I need it. But I like how beautiful and glowy it is. I feel like I might need a little bit more brightness under the eye, but this is a beautiful concealer. And if you put a thin enough layer down, I don't always feel like I have to set it. I feel like it does really good with powder, especially the Givenchy powder. I really like that powder, but this is really good. And you're getting so much, like it's an enormous amount of foundation in here. You're getting 11 mils in this one and you're getting 6.5 in this one. So this one is not quite double what this is. This is only $22. I mean, like, that's a great price. But if you want to buy one concealer that's going to last you a long time, or you want to use it generously all over the face in place of foundation, this is really, really good and a great value, despite the fact that it comes from a luxury beauty brand. Like, Givenchy is not known for having like the most affordable prices at Sephora, but at a size like this, yeah. Last one I'm going to tell you about is my Glossier Stretch Concealer. Another one that I use like where I want it and I kind of melt it into the skin. This is like my no makeup day sort of makeup. And I like it so much I have two. I really love the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I like the stretch foundation, but I haven't been using that as long as these other foundations I'm recommending. I do like it, but I feel like the stretch foundation is probably best for people who like medium coverage, who don't have a lot to cover, and who don't need like 16 hours of wear out of their foundation. Just saying. I mentioned that I've been liking the Givenchy powder. This Prisma Libre powder is beautiful. I want to get a different shade. I have the one that is purple, blue, green, and what's the other color? Is it kind of like a skin tone? No, it's not really. I think it's like a white. But I love this. I'm wearing it today. I like that it's blurring. I like that it sets. I can use it underneath the eye. It doesn't add any added texture. I want to get one that it's kind of like pink and flesh toned, so it looks a little bit less like white. I feel like I don't need as much bronzer if I use something that's a little bit more skin tone, but it's the texture of this powder that I really like. So I'm probably gonna get a mini of the one that is like, I think it's number 2, but this is number 1. This is Pastel Mousseline, and this has been great. I've been using this so much, and you get such a huge amount in here. Amazing. All right, I have been using this product forever and a day. And this is the ambient lighting powder from Hourglass. I was saying I don't think I'm gonna get a new large compact. I'm just gonna use the one in my holiday sets. And the part of me is like, I don't wanna have to reach for like a small little teeny tiny pan one. I should just get what I use. I don't know, I'm undecided, but the formula of this ambient lighting powder is beautiful on mature skin. Sets under the eye. It's a great, like, if you want to like finish something. I use this for setting, for finishing, for under eye, like all the things. I love this powder. This is one of those that has a little bit of a subtle shine to it, but is stunning. And another one that's a little bit more affordable. I mean, it's not like inexpensive because it is Sephora, but I feel like this is a great powder if you don't like a heavy powdered look, if you want to look like yourself, but just a little bit better and set. The Kosas Cloud Set, this is beautiful. I am gonna need a new one because like I've got a serious divot going on here, and I can start to see like the impression of the pan under here. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is the lightest shade in Airy. This is beautiful. I know that, you know, it doesn't have a mirror, and I was like, oh, wouldn't that be nice if it did? But you know what, whatever. The powder product is so good on the inside, I kind of don't care. The blushes I've been reaching for the most this year, this one surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna make it to Sephora, but this tone of the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand, this is the shade Pillow Talk. Okay. This is my perfect kind of mauve-y blush shade, and that is way too much, but you can continue to diffuse it out. It is stunning. I really feel like I've had one of the glowy blushes before. I like the highlight wand better than the glowy blush wand, but this matte formula is beautiful. I feel like this is on a completely different level than the contour wand, than the highlight wand, than the glowy blush wands. They're all good. They're all good, but if I'm gonna have to deal with the squishy, gross cushion applicator and getting product on the inside of the lid, I feel like it's worth it for this. This product is really good. There are 4 shades of this. Pillow Talk finally came to Sephora, so if you love this kind of, you know, mid-toned mauve pink, and I know that we all kind of hate Pillow Talk and find a new name, but this shade, out of the 4 of them, I love this one. This is one that I got during this time last year, and I have not been able to put it down, and it's the Gucci blush, especially in the shade Rosy Beige. This is 05. This is so pretty. It has a little bit of earthiness to it. It's a little bit nude. It's a little bit rosy. It's not too bright and vibrant. This goes with almost anything. I really love this, and the formula is great. Also, I mean, come on, how cute is this compact? I feel like almost all of my blushes are in this tone, and I guess what I'm telling you is it's not necessarily this tone of blush, but these formulas. If you're looking for a liquid blush, this one's great. If you're looking for a cream blush, this one from Danessa Myricks is amazing. This is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Flushed. I have 2 of these. This shade here in Rosé and Brunch is so pretty. So pretty. I really like these. These take no effort to blend and look remarkable on the skin. You can use these on the lips as well. But if you're looking for a powder blush, I love the one from Gucci. And I'm also a big Pat McGrath fan. My favorite shade from Pat McGrath is the shade Flirtatious. Like, I have used this so much, like I'm losing the embossing of the flowers on the pan here, which is rare for me with as many blushes as I have. but you can see these are all very similar in tone. Here's also where I want to remind you, sometimes Pat will have a better sale on the brand website. So yeah, you're getting 20% off here, and shipping from Sephora is way quicker than shipping from Pat McGrath. But if you want to save more coin, maybe wait till she's having a 30 or 40% off and then buy your Pat McGrath that way. But then just be prepared to forget that you ordered something and 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, it shows up on your desk. Bronzer. Okay. This winter, this is probably the one that I'm going to use without fail almost all the time. And I'm so sorry. She's expensive. This is the Gucci bronzer. Oh my goodness, I had no idea I was gonna fall so hard for this. This is shade number 1. It's a kind of a rosy bronze shade. It's so pretty, so pretty. It's not too much. Look, so beautiful. I really love this formula. I don't know about the other shades, but sometimes in summer, I don't mind like a really warm leaning bronzer, but come fall and winter and early spring, I want less like warm and toasty on my face, and I want a little, and this kind of cool leaning bronzer. And this is the only like luxury compact that I still keep in its like little velvet pouch, but I do because she's so pretty. I mean, come on, this like little Gucci robin's egg, it kind of reminds me like Tiffany vibes, but she's so pretty. Love this. All right, again, remember Pat McGrath may have a better offer for you, but I really like the bronzer from Pat McGrath. I think this formula is stunning. I'm wearing this today. There are some only on the website shades that you can't get at Sephora, so keep that in mind. If you're looking for a cream bronzer, I really like the ones from Rare Beauty. This one definitely runs a little bit warmer. I have the shade Power Boost, and it is definitely a warmer bronzer, but if you are a beginner or you don't like working too hard but you like creams, this blends with no effort. It is definitely warmer leaning, but she's so pretty. I also like the one from Merit. That one is really good if you're looking for a cream bronzer, but that one's a little bit more emollient. This one I feel like is just a hair easier to apply. If you're looking for a beautiful highlight and you like a highlighty highlight, okay, this one from Rare, I love this. I have both the kind of white pearly shade and this one here. This one's called Mesmerize. But like, this is the most beautiful highlight. This is one where I feel like when I put it on, I need to buff it in. If I just leave a little stripe there, it can be a little too much for my mature skin. But if I buff it on, take the time to buff it on, and then kind of hit it with a setting spray, either a long-term setting spray or a hydrating one, just to kind of help melt it into the skin, it's stunning. Now, I love a really glowy glow. If you are not a glowy glow sort of person, you may not like this, but I love this. I really feel like out of all the highlights that I have, this is the one that I'm like, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna recommend. I have been looking through eyeshadow palettes and there's not a lot that's kind of pulling me in right now. I feel like that's bad to say. The one that I already have that I cannot stop using is this. I love this new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, but you know me, I'm very basic. I like my neutrals. These lean a little bit cool. I love my sparkles, and I feel like these shades here are so pretty. Like they're glimmery on a very different level. They are stunning. The mattes in here blend with no effort. I really like this palette. Now, it's been a long time since I've fallen in love with the Natasha Denona palette. I have several and I didn't really love any of them, and most of the color stories have not really called to me. So part of me is thinking, do I want to pick up the glam palette, like the cool leaning one with the grays and stuff? And the other part of me is like, nope, you got enough cools in here, some neutrals. This one is stunning. If you like a really easy palette that you'll use regularly because you are a nude eyeshadow kind of person, this one's fantastic. If you want something even more simple than that, that's even more laid back, and you're like, I don't have time for that. Okay, I know we're divided in the beauty community as to whether these are good or not. I really like these. These are the Solo Shadows from Merit. This is my favorite shade right here. I have two of these. I kind of want to pick up another one. This is the shade Mid-Century. So I use it both with my finger. I feel like every time I put my finger in here, I can tell that the product is kind of set on the surface and the warmth of my finger warms it up. Now, you can also use a brush. I use synthetic brushes with this, the Merit #2 brush. I'm actually kind of thinking about picking it up for these guys because I feel like I would use these more often if I had the brush, because I really love, what was the other brush I was telling you about? The Merit #1 brush? Oh my goodness. All right, so this is really beautiful. I put down a little dab with one finger and then I blend with another. And once this sets, it goes nowhere. It's so pretty. This is one of those, though, you can build color. You just kind of have to be careful and you have to work one eye at a time. I feel like, you know, someone interrupts you in the middle of your blending, that's not the time to stop. You're gonna have to tell them, give me 15 seconds and I'll be with you. The other thing is, once this is set, like, it's not going anywhere. I could be doing this all day and it's still like hanging tight. It is, I feel like, a little persnickety. But if you like a light sheer wash of color, these are really great. They have some cool tones, they have some warm tones. They've got like a navy blue. I have the dark forest green shade, and I feel like that forest green shade, you can build it. I have used it as eyeliner. I love it as eyeliner, but I feel like when I'm wearing it on the eye and I have it a little bit more diffused, it is definitely a sheer matte. They have lighter nude shades than this, but I like kind of like this warm toasty shade in Mid-Century. I've been thinking about picking up another. Really, really like the Merit eyeshadows. All right, other things for eyes. Eyeliner, if you're looking for a pencil, I really like the one from the Sephora collection. This is the 12-Hour Colorful Crayon. I have the shade, I think this is Cocoa. This is a great gel pencil. I usually end up putting it in my upper waterline to blank out the, you know, really fair skin in my waterline. And this does, when I blink, transfer to the bottom, but not a ton. I think this works really well. I've kind of been going for a black liquid eyeliner recently, and I'm like, wait, who am I? I really like the Danessa Myricks. This is the Line Works in Onyx. It is a brush tip. It is very black. It glides even over a really sparkly eyeshadow. This one's great. All right, this is the perfect time to stock up on your favorite luxury mascara. I love this. I'm always using this, so much so that I have two backups. I love this mascara. There is a set on Sephora where you can get 2 Mr. Bigs for $35 with 20% off. That's gonna be less than like 2 for the price of 1, because they're $30 a piece right now. I really feel like if you're gonna be getting any sort of luxury mascara, can you get it in a set? Can you get one of the mascara, like Sephora collection favorites, where you try like 5 samples and then get a coupon for your favorite full size? This is the time to purchase the things you go through: foundation, brow products, mascara, skincare, hair stuff, fragrance, your regular purchases. This sale is the time to do it. I love this. I have short, downward pointing, straight lashes, so I have to give them a good curl. I want something that gives me volume, something that gives me length. I like all of the Lancome mascaras, with the exception of the Definicils, but this is my favorite. Favorite, so much so that I'm never without, and I always buy on sale because I don't want to spend $30 on one mascara. There's a lot of brow products that I really like, but the ones that I have been like really reaching for recently are the Glossier ones, the Boy Brow and the Brow Flick. So the Brow Flick is one of those brush tip kind of markers for your eyebrows, and I really like it. The shades are real simple: blonde, brown, black. Okay, I don't know if they have a taupe or something, but I use brown in both of them, and I have kind of cooler brown eyebrows, so I use the Boy Brow through my brow first. This is a fiber volumizing pomade, so I like to back comb. I'll start at the tail end and brush the product through, making sure to get both the front and the back side of the hairs. Then I'll brush it up, kind of place it where I want it. I'll let that dry. When that's done, I'll take this pen and I'll fill in those little gaps that almost all of us have, unless you have like the most perfect eyebrows in the world. And if you do, you're so lucky, and I won't say it, but in my heart, I might hate you a little. Okay, but this gives me the brows that I always wanted, where they are a little fuller. Here's where I don't want you to judge my brows too harshly today, because I was using a little teeny tiny mirror doing this to, you know, the older I get, the more I notice that I can't see very far. So I'm like doing this, and then I look back and whoa, what happened? So I have to start adjusting how I do things because my eyes are changing. But I love this duo, and I love that Glossier is at Sephora. Here's what I want to show you. Look, I have 2 of the brow flicks, and I just opened this up this week. This was my backup of Boy Brow. So I need to get some more of this. Really, really love it. I love luxury lip products, but I love even more buying luxury lip products on sale. So I have in years past picked up things like this. This is the Gucci Voile lipstick. This is their sheer lipstick. I have this in the shade Love is Better. This is a beautiful kind of just barely my lips but better sort of pink. It's sheer, it's comfortable, super easy to reapply, and come on, packaging 10 out of 10. Love, love, love. One of my favorite formulas, if you don't want a sheer lipstick, you want color, but you want cream, you want it to be hydrating, you want it not to budge outside of your lip lines and feather. Okay, YSL The Bold. Oh my goodness, one swipe of this, and this red is the shade 01. This is one swipe of YSL's The Bold. I love this. So it is hydrating, it is comfortable on the lips. I always pair a red like this with a liner just for like, you know, best practices and like making sure I don't have to worry about it during the rest of the day. But I have worn this without, and it doesn't find all of my lip lines and instantly, like maybe 10 hours in, I'm gonna have some outside. I'm gonna use my nail to clean up the edge. But this is beautiful. The formula is great. I have 3 of these. I was looking like, is there another shade? Some of them are too toasty. Some of them are too dark. Some of them are wine colors. And I'm kind of not really into berry wine tones at the moment, but there are some stunning, stunning shades. If you get a chance to go into store, swatch this. They're in like the mid 40 range. I think they're what, $45? So don't pay full price. Don't pay full price if you don't have to. Another one that's about that same price that I really like are these Power Lips from Armani. This is the shade 109. These lip powers are gorgeous. Another one that is fantastic because it is a cream lipstick. It doesn't instantly, it has a little bit of heft to it, so it's not melting and finding all of my lines. Both of these, although they are creamy, they don't kind of spider instantly. I feel like the older I get, the more any lipstick is gonna like blur outside of where I want it, and that's where a lip liner comes in. But this formula, both of these, they're in the mid 40s, and I feel like they're beautiful, but save yourself some cash. Another one, oh my goodness. Okay, the Dior, I want to get another one of these, but like in a red. This is the Matte Velvets. I have this gorgeous shade here. This is 100 Nude Look. Look how it's a very different lipstick. It's matte. It's got a real pale look to it. I even like the touch of having the inside being red. I like this so much better than the Transfer Proof. I have one of the Transfer Proofs that I never reach for. They look like this. Don't love. If you're going to be buying a Dior lipstick and you like hydrated, comfortable products, but you want a matte, I would recommend the Velvet formula over the Transfer Proof. This one just tortured my lips. I have drier lips. I need, especially in the wintertime when I love wearing matte lipsticks, I want something that's comfortable. Comfortable, uncomfortable. If you're looking for a beautiful cream formula that's not break the bank expensive, not one of those luxury lipsticks, I love Merit. Oh, I have 5 of these. Now, one of them is a limited edition shade that you can't buy right now, but I have 4 out of the regular line of 8. That means I have half the line. Here is my new obsession. This is the shade 1990, and this is such a beautiful brown. If you love a brown lip, oh my goodness, you can build this up, you can share this out. I really like the component. The packaging is beautiful, but this lipstick, if you really pile it on, it looks a little bit shiny, but not like glossy. It's not really like a creamy, shiny lipstick. It's more kind of like satin a little bit. And if you just lightly layer it on, you get the most beautiful whisper of color. It doesn't necessarily have to be like full force, but it's not as shiny as these guys. It's kind of for someone who likes less of a lipstick look, but still that really beautiful, gorgeous, you know, easy, effortless. That's what I love about the Merit lipsticks. All right, here's something I'm probably going to have to repurchase because do you see? If you were to look at it, the little applicator is down here at the bottom and just the tip of it is in here. This is the Forget the Filler from Lawless. This is their Plumping Smoothing Gloss. Okay, I feel like at this point, I'm gonna have to take the stopper out to get the rest of it. This is the shade Cherry Vanilla. Oh my goodness. First of all, I love the little like scoop that hugs your lips. Love that. And I didn't get as much out as I normally do because there's like hardly any at the bottom. This is one of those, I don't understand this. I know everybody likes this formula, and it does one of the cardinal sins for me that I don't like, which is it's a really thick and heavy gloss. So as I put it on my lips, I find that it kind of sinks into the corners, kind of coalesces there. And as I move my lips, it strings and pulls. I hate that. So the trick for me is not to over apply. This is one of those that if you put a really thick layer on and you don't move your lips at all, you won't see where it sticks to itself and it kind of creates a cheese pull effect on the lips, but your lips will look smooth as glass. If you want the shine, this is also really nourishing, super comfortable. If you want the shine, but you want to be able to talk and not have like puddles in the corner that you have to wipe out or product settling and pulling and cheesing, apply less. But I love this. They do have a little set of minis. I haven't done the math. I don't know whether it's worth it or not, but I have seen, and I'm not sure if it's on QVC or if it's on like the Lawless website. They have a queen size of these. So instead of it being this size, they have a jumbo size. And I don't know if they have all the shades. They have certain shades, but if you love this gloss, look around. Don't get it at the Sephora sale if they don't have your shade or whatever, or you can get a better deal someplace else. Just keep that in mind. Those are my recommendations. I thought if I keep going and I tell you about the things I'm interested in getting, we'll be here forever. Okay, so I'll do a video after I make any purchases from Sephora and I'll show them to you. Here's where I want to remind you that sometimes these beauty sales kind of prompts everybody to have a beauty sale. So do a little research. Is your local department store going to have one? Is Ulta going to match prices? Are there bargains on QVC or other places that are better? I know Credo just had a sale. Pat McGrath was just having a sale. There's a lot of brands that will do a family and friends sale to kind of get your business. So shop around. If you're not a Rouge VIB getting that 20%, you might actually get a better deal at a friends and family sale directly from the brand's website or through a different beauty retailer. Just something to keep in mind. I know Ulta's probably going to send out some coupons in the emails. I know that there usually is, was it last year that they did it? Sephora will send out a 20% off, like a one-time 20% off to everybody during the sale. So if you're waiting for that because there are things that you want to get directly from Sephora, just remember, first of all, don't overspend. Buy things that you regularly go all the way to the bottom through first. And then that one thing, that one luxurious thing, or the thing that's kind of been living in your mind for a while and you want to try it, that's when you want to get it and get it on sale. But most of all, don't overspend. Thank you so much for watching today. I would love to know, are you planning on shopping the sale? Do you have any specific things in mind that kind of are making you excited? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.